Good morning, seventh graders. I hope you all are doing well. Today is Thursday, March 26th. It's been about a week since I've seen you, so I hope you are staying safe during this little break. Today, your target is to understand, identify, and explain the counterargument in your argumentative letter. So this is what the focus of this video is going to be, because today your assignment is going to be your counterargument. So here's just a quick example and definition of a counterargument. It's the opposing argument to your claim. It is what you imagine the other side is thinking and would say about your claim in your argument. So an example to this would just be something simple like, Peyton really wants ice cream, so that's her claim. I really want ice cream. And Reagan is saying that ice cream has too much sugar in it. So that's this counter argument, right? It's really simple with her response right here. Okay, so you are trying to acknowledge the opposite side of your claim. The counter argument will be the topic sentence of this paragraph that we're writing. You need to do the following when acknowledging a counter argument. You need to first acknowledge the counter argument, show the reader, so Mr. Keys, that you've done your research and that you understand that there could be another side to what you're explaining. You then need to give evidence and briefly explain this side of the argument. And then on Tuesday next week, you're going to disprove this counter argument with your reason number 2. So here's the example from my paragraph. So my topic sentence right here is my counter argument. Remember, my argumentative letter was all about community service. So I say, however, some say that community service can lead to emotional attachment to the project one is working on. Okay, so one thing that I want to point out is this, right, is showing my counter argument by saying, however. I'm saying that the other side is that there could be some emotional attachment that could harm the person who's doing community service. And then I give a piece of evidence to support it. From the article, Pros and Cons of Volunteer Work, published in Our Everyday Life, it states that volunteers working with people less fortunate or injured can become emotionally involved in the project. So again, I'm showing Mr. Keys that I have done my research and that this could be a valid counter argument, something that people could worry about, this emotional attachment to community service. And this yellow, what's highlighted yellow, is what you guys are going to be working on today, identifying your counter argument and providing a couple pieces of evidence to support it. So another example of a counter argument is when we read this social media article. It all talks about, right, the effects of social media, and there's kind of mixed effects, but there's a lot of mental and emotional toll. And then we get this counter argument. Social media can also have a positive effect. It's not only negative. And then it gives its example. For example, it can be a useful resource for teens. So I wanted to end with some sentence starters today. So when you guys identify your counter arguments, you can say things like, some may say, one could think, it may seem that, some people believe this, or some might object here and say this. I want to make sure you guys really understand these counter arguments because it's going to be a lot for you. The last thing that I want to show you is what you're going to be doing on your research organizer. Okay? Your research organizer looks like this. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions about MLA format. In the directions, it says to skip the MLA format. So I'm showing you right here, there's an X, okay? All you're doing is copying and pasting your URL, and then you are going to be finding 2 pieces of strong evidence. Now, remember, when we talk about citations, okay, when we talk about citations, we're talking about the in-text citations that we would do in our letter or that we would do in an essay. So if you take a look, that would be author's last name and paragraph number, or it's going to be the article title and paragraph number. Okay, so make sure you guys get those filled in. Please email me if you have any questions. Remember, every time you finish your research organizer, and I'll show you what it looks like on Google Classroom, you need to turn it in. Okay? All right. Again, email me if you have any questions. Let me know what's going on. Otherwise, I hope you guys are doing well. I miss you. Have a good rest of your day.